Unsolicited advice.
What you whispering for? Yo, what's unsolicited advice? Take it or leave. So, there's always questions about how to better understand women, how to better grasp what it is that they want. Um, my answer to that is there is no way. Um, it was a beautiful thing when God created a woman. Um, he made it the most challenging thing because the thing about a woman is their minds are constantly changing, their tastes are constantly changing. Just making a decision will change. It's just one of those mysteries of life. You can have a great thing going. I feel like you got it all, nailed down, like who she is, her favorite things, you know, what she loves about you, whatever it is. And then the next day, everything will change. Um, so I'm going to preference my comments. I'm going to make a statement before I start this. And I'm going to say that I am a man, and in no shape or form do I understand what a woman's going through, or what they could, what women possibly have to deal with, and in any aspect. But based on my experiences, things that I've seen, things that women have told me, that's how I gathered my data, and I come to y'all today to talk about questions men have for women, and try to better explain them. So, first thing that you got to understand is when you're asking why is a woman emotional all the time, as I stated earlier, it's God created them that way. It's just a woman. Women care, probably. I think they do care more than men do. Um, that's just my opinion. They care about things, and I'm not saying that. Um, they care about the details of things. Like we care about stuff, but women are going to care more about certain things than we are. Like we might not care about our neighbor's dog dying next door, but a woman might start crying and saying, that's so sad, and oh my God, I need a minute. That's just too much. And in a guy's mind, it's like, well, it is sad, but it's not my dog. But it's that just shows you the mothering and nurturing side of a woman. That's just how they're built. So imagine taking that and putting that in a relationship. That's how she thinks of you, whether she's in love with you, whether you hurt her, whether you upset her, whether something happens to you and it's getting to her. That's how a woman deals with everything. She's not just going to be half-assed when she really cares about something. Um, so it's not that they're emotional all the time. They're being a woman at all times. Kind of got to look at it like that. You can't take it personal. It's just how they feel about things. Um, they're not us, and I think that's what makes it so great. Um, because I want somebody that's not like me. Because I need to know that when I'm loved, I'm being loved, and nobody can show you that better than a woman. I've seen it. I've been through it. It's just what it is. Um, you know, sorry. I'm gonna turn my phone off. Make sure I'm not being interrupted. So another thing that you have to understand about women is, for some reason, and it's weird too. They have a lot of friends. You know, But guys usually want to know, like, why can't women get along with each other? Because you can see it. Like sometimes it's just as simple as I'm at work and my female friends at work all of a sudden they beefing with each other, and I can go over and ask. I'd be like, hey, what did she do to you? Why are you upset? And a lot of times they probably can't even explain it. They'll just say, I just don't like her. I don't like her. She just does. She just does something to my spirit, or whatever they would say. Sometimes they don't know why they don't like another female. They just don't. Other reasons are other reasons. Sometimes it's envy, jealousy. They want the man that you got. You might have an outfit on that looks better on them than looks better on them than you. Whatever it may be. But I've found it to be interesting. It's a very interesting topic because I've always seen it's all weird. Like for guys, I probably don't even I could walk up to a guy and not know him, strike up a conversation, all of a sudden we're friends. We probably I can go with my girlfriend or a lady that I would be with, and I can go to her her kinfolk's house or one of her friends' house. People I haven't met yet. I can strike a conversation with one of the men in there. Maybe we just talk about sports, and all of a sudden we good to go. Be like, hey man, you come over my house anytime. We'll have some beers, kick it, whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, cool. Women do the same thing, but it's just in a weird way. Like I don't know what it is. Like they can be like down. And I'm not saying men don't have fallouts either, but women have fallouts, and it's never something you can explain. Like you'll just be like, I don't know what happened. Like they just don't like each other, or she won't tell me why. It'd be something weird, and then randomly they just be like, oh yeah, well, she was fucking with a dude I used to fuck with. Well, why didn't you just say that? I ain't petty. I don't want to get into it. It's like it's something like that. It's a very competitive and catty thing that goes on. But I have also seen women that have stood the test of time and been best of friends. So with that being said, you're lucky. You're lucky if you have one genuine friend, like best friend. All these people that be walking around with 4 or 5 best friends, that stuff that's not real, and that's very rare. Like that's something you have to pick up from grade school all the way up to when you're older. I can understand that, but y'all just holler about y'all best friends just because y'all go on, you know, uh, trips or go to the clubs. No, no, no. The best female friends I've ever seen, in my lifetime or I've observed, are the ones that have been friends forever. It's very rare that they fall out. If they fall out, they fall out. I'm talking about these other ones that are fake friends. They never really liked each other. They just served a purpose in the moment. So I would think that that's one of the main reasons why women can't get along with each other. It's just a lot of jealousy and envy. Um, so the next one, of course, it probably irks every man's brain, every family member's brain. But men want to know why women are so indecisive. For some women in their situations, they want the man to decide. Sometimes they just want they can't make up their mind. Sometimes it's almost like they're looking for the perfect answer or the perfect decision. And you're kind of looking at them like, yeah, hey, just make a decision either way. It's almost like they're weighing all the consequences. But of course, that's the thing about life. Nothing that you decide is going it's not going to come without consequences. There's a consequence to everything. you know if I choose to go out today and wear a coat just because I want to wear a coat, I'm going to be hot because it's hot outside. Or if I choose to buy a burger, I'm going to miss out on pizza or fried chicken or whatever other thing I decide to eat. Or I had to choose from eating. Life is not a buffet. Sometimes you have to make a decision. Sometimes you don't have too many selections and you got to make a decision. But I digress. Women, most of the time, women are indecisive for for those couple of reasons. Either they hate making decisions, or some of them are perfectionists. They want to make sure they're making the right decision, or some of them just get in their head. You know, they overthink. Uh, I don't think that they mean to. I don't think it's something intentional. It's very rare that you come across a woman that's intentional. There are some that are intentional. They do it for attention, but for the most part, I think it's just just overthinking. Wanting to make the right decision. In life when it comes to making decisions. But yeah, it can be very irksome. You know, the best thing I've seen is just talk to them, help them weigh out their options. Give them scenarios. Sometimes that might be a quicker way. But if you're in a relationship with a girl, or she's your girlfriend or something like that, or wife, like I said, sometimes they want you to make the decision. They want you to lead and make the decision. Now, with that being said, you have a lot that some of them do that just so they can blame you if it goes wrong. You know, just throwing that out there. Some of them just don't want to deal with the consequence, of the decision that's made. It's life and it's just how it is. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, it's crazy. Whenever I start doing these videos, it's like I get a bunch of calls. I don't know why. Or, text messages and stuff.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.